Just had to pause my music real quick so I explain to you guys what is going on. So my buddy Josh and I kind of sat down and looked at the data from the last event. We're both kind of on the same page that we're thinking that there's some sort of transmission issue or maybe gear slipping. Either going to be something related to that, or it's going to be something related to a stator change. I personally think I need both, to be honest with you. But we can only attack one thing at a time. And what we're going to do first is get the transmission out, take it apart, and find out to see if those clutches are burnt. Yes, in my garage, on the floor, right here. Josh, he's gonna take it apart, inspect it, and we'll show you all the carnage from there. But let's get under here and get some work done. Can't forget my music. Okay, yes, I made a mess. I need some more rags. I'm out of rags. But you get the point. Anyways, took the torque converter apart. It's not really a whole lot of parts to this thing. Pump cover piece down there. And then basically it's pretty simplistic part. Well, they're very complicated, but it's not too many parts that go into it. Bunch of seals and bearings that are up here. Then you got the stator itself. This is what we're looking at to change. Not necessarily right now, possibly in the near future. We might be changing the stator out. The thing I love about a bolt together is I can take it apart and service it myself. I don't have to mail it out, wait a bunch of days, wait for it to be mailed back. All I gotta do is get whatever I need and get it serviced. So that's the stator right there, looking pretty decent. Not a whole lot of wear down here on the turbine piece. And then underneath the turbine is another washer and bearing, if I can get this thing off with one hand. There's the other seal right there. There's the other washer right there, and then you got a bearing right underneath it. So yeah, not a whole lot of parts. Everything looks clean. There's no metal in here, but I am gonna try to get some new bearings, just to throw a fresh set of new bearings in there, and a new seal. Next is just to take it to Josh and have him take it apart, take a look at it, service it, and let's put it back together so we can put it back in the car and get to racing. Also, big shout out to my homie Josh, who not only has let me borrow the beadlocks once again, but also is getting the trans refreshed in a record-setting amount of time. Big shout out to that guy. Thanks, Josh. I truly do appreciate it. Speaking of beadlocks, I've actually sent my old wheels out. We're gonna get a beadlock conversion on the original wheels for the Bullet, so we can stop asking Josh to borrow his and actually have a set of our own. Wrap it up. I'm gonna go wash up and go to bed.
Pan is coming off. There it is. Alright. One glued this fucker on there. Alright. A little bit of mud, but nothing too abnormal. Seen way worse. Alright, we got the pump loose. Go ahead and pull that off. Shaft, forward drum. This is the bearing there. I'll go ahead and pull the direct drum out, up. There's that. Go ahead and press this thing out of here. There. These are your intermediates clutches. A little wear on them, but they don't look bad. So these are the forward clutches that go in here. Obviously, they haven't set up pretty good. I mean, I was expecting to find worse, but you can see all the hot spots on them. Which is
So my original thought that because it was under pressure that when it went to the second shift, it would hang up right there. As you can see, there's a curvature in that gate. And then it would click into second, and that initially I thought that's what was hanging up the shifter, but that curvature is meant to be there so it can go into second and not go straight into third, right? So the problem is when you go under pressure right there, it won't release the handle because because there's a lot of air pressure in a cylinder. So what we found was when there's constant air pressure, it won't release. When the air pressure applies and then gets released, it pops into second. So what he filter off, and it goes right into that gear. So congratulations, Dad, you were right.